Hi, I'm Rebecca from engVid. In today's lesson, you'll have a chance to learn 10 expressions that are used to describe people at work. Now, these are quite commonly used expressions by native English speakers, so if you work in an English-speaking business environment, then it's quite likely that you will hear some of these expressions. Okay, let's get started. So, I've kind of divided them up for you. So some of them are positive, some are negative, and some are neutral. What do I mean by that? It means these people we are happy to meet. These people we're really not very happy to meet. And these people where it's okay. We're just using these expressions to describe them. Okay? We have no feelings, positive or negative. Okay, so let's look at the people we are happy to meet. So the first one is a whiz kid. What's a whiz kid? A whiz kid is the term that we use to describe usually a young person who's quite brilliant, very intelligent, very successful, very talented, and you know that he's on a path to a lot of success. So often we talk about like a computer whiz kid, a young person who's got lots and lots of talent. You probably know people like that, okay? So that's a whiz kid. Next one is called an eager beaver. An eager beaver is kind of a very hardworking, enthusiastic person. Maybe this person comes to work early and stays late and they're always smiling and they're happy to do their work. That person is called an eager beaver. Now, I put that as a positive. Maybe some people don't like them, but generally speaking, people like them. Okay. The next one is an angel investor. What's an angel investor? Well, if you have a startup company or a new company that you want to start, you would love to meet an angel investor because this business angel, as they're also known as, is someone who's usually rich and they're like a sponsor and they put money into your business. They are ready to invest money into your ideas, into starting your company, and so on. So these are called angel investors. So if you want to start a business, you're probably going to be very happy if you meet one of these people. Okay? Next, let's move over here to the people that we're usually not very happy to meet at work. The first one is called a smart alec. Who's a smart alec? A smart alec is somebody who thinks he or she knows everything. Have you ever met such a person? They are just so extra confident and they tell you everything as if they know everything. And usually people aren't very happy to meet those kind of people too much, okay? And they call them a smart alecs. Sometimes it's written A-L-E-C and sometimes A-L-E-C-K. Doesn't matter. Usually we don't write this word. We usually say it, okay? Oh, he's a smart alec. He thinks he knows everything, okay? That kind of thing. Next one, rotten apple. So what's a rotten apple? If you can imagine a bag of apples, and in the middle there's one that's not good. Rotten means bad, spoiled. So what will happen to all the other apples around that bad apple? Well, after some time, all of them will start to go bad a little faster, right? So when we call someone a rotten apple, we're trying to suggest that this person has some rather unpopular, not very honest, he's kind of dishonest, he's bad, he's corrupt, and he's also influencing people around him, his colleagues or workers, to think or act in the same way. So this person is usually quite a troublemaker as far as the organization is concerned, okay? So that's a rotten apple, a person who is kind of corrupt, and has bad ideas and is also influencing people around him or her in a negative way, okay? You might know some people like that. Okay, what's a fast talker? Well, it's not somebody who speaks really fast. No. When we say fast talker, we mean somebody who is very good at convincing people and persuading people, but he or she is not always very honest or moral about it. He doesn't really care, this person doesn't really care if they're selling you something which is not good or which is actually bad, they don't care. They may lie, they may present it as very good. They're very good at that, but they're not necessarily selling you something in your interest. It doesn't have to be a salesperson, but often we refer to salespeople like that because sometimes they're trying to sell us something, which is not good. Although many salespeople are selling us good things. Okay, so that's a fast talker. Now let's come to some which are kind of neutral. They just describe different people, all right? The first one is head honcho. So the word head gives you an idea. The head honcho is like the main guy at the top of the company, a top executive, the person in charge. And this person has a lot of authority, responsibility, and influence, okay? Head honcho. That's the name for that person. Okay, next one, the number cruncher. Who's a number cruncher? You probably have some people like that in your company. You have to have, because number crunchers are people who work with numbers a lot. Finance people, right? They are number crunchers, and they don't just work with numbers, they're really good with numbers. They know how to analyze numbers and understand numbers, and not everybody does, but they do. So these guys are called number crunchers. Okay, another one here, pen pusher, sometimes also known as a pencil pusher. So this is just a regular employee, maybe a clerk, who has a rather boring job, just filling out forms, doing ordinary clerical administrative work, not very interesting, but of course it's necessary in organizations to have a lot of people who are pen pushers. So sometimes a pen pusher is also used to refer to someone who just has a boring job. Okay? All right. And the last one we have here is whistleblower. So what's a whistleblower? Well, I put it in the neutral column. Some people think whistleblowers are very good, and some people think whistleblowers are really bad. It depends who you are and who is looking at the whistleblower. Because a whistleblower is a person on the inside of a company who becomes aware, he starts to know that there is something illegal or improper or immoral or something wrong that the company is doing or that is going on within the company. And then that person informs the police or the authorities that such activity is going on inside the company. So he blows the whistle on these activities, okay? Just like a referee will stop a game if something is wrong, okay? So that person is a whistleblower. Now, I know we did a lot of them, but let's see if you remember some of them. So, what's a rotten apple? What's a rotten apple? Is it something good? No, we know that. So this is someone who influences people around them in a bad way, okay? If you have a business, if you have a new business, who would you be very happy to meet? Especially if you need money to start your business, to launch your business. That would be an angel investor, okay? Good. Now, if you need to understand some statements and analyze numbers, who are you going to go to in your company? Probably a number cruncher, right? Really good. Who's that very smart young person who just joined the company? He's so brilliant. Everybody's talking about him. He's so talented. That's the whiz kid, okay? Good. What about somebody who's trying to sell you something and he doesn't care if it's actually true or not, but he's really good at convincing people? Who's that? That's the fast talker, okay? Who's the person who informs the police that something improper is happening within the company? Who's that? That's a whistleblower. Which poor person has a really kind of boring job, filling out forms, doing very routine clerical work? That is a pen pusher or a pencil pusher. What's the name of the top guy in the company who has, or woman, who has, sometimes in English, when we say guy, it actually refers to a man or woman, okay? So, men or women. Who's the top person in a company that has a lot of authority and influence? This is the head honcho. Okay, so now the important thing is we've gone through it once. Maybe you're taking notes, but what you can do is if you go to our website, www.engvid.com, you can do two things there. First, you can do a quiz on this, okay? So that will help you, right, to practice and get a little bit better. And the second thing is that I have written for you a resource where all the meanings of these are given, and there are many, many more, at least probably around 50, such terms that are used in business, which you can download for free from our resource section, okay? That way you can learn these and also practice a lot more expressions like that, okay? Thanks for watching. Good luck with your English.